It's not full VR, it's half VR, so you still have to use your controller for some stuff. But you can play all three games in VR. 1, 2 and 3. Well, PSVR anyway at the moment, whether or not it's going to get added to the PC at some point. So you've got it's Hitman 2 and 3. We've just done that one, that's Dubai. So this is the next one. It's cinematic, I believe.
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to...
I don't know if it's a time thing. It might come.
You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did...
She'll make it right. She always does.
We have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood.
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
Ooh. I believe this is Dartmoor.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlisle, is cold as ice, tough as nails and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Let's go. Oh shit, I didn't even change my thingy bob. I had to change there.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thema Datter said. We are I2 zoomed in.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
JONAB0B said. Oh, I didn't notice because it was cut scenes before. 86 Themadater said. That's more like it.
Excuse me, sir. Seems like you're not cleared to come through here. Sorry.
'86 Themadater said. This must be so much more difficult in VR. Third person gives such a clear view of your surroundings.
Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Poor thing.
And that detective asked to come here. Madam Carlyle. Must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else ask him to snoop around? Oh, I feel weak in my knees from all the tension here.
Yeah, we'll all need a vacation when this is over.
86 Themadater said. Also, I don't think your mic is working.
Balls. I changed it to the to my
Themadater said. Haha.
ha 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 ha. It's nothing. It's not a proper live stream unless there's complete total technical difficulties. Can I get in that window? Without her noticing?
business, my
Hey.
What is it? She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up.
This is for pop that in here. Car battery. Fuse of some sort. Save it. It's a pity you couldn't do the, you know, like the Splinter Cell and look through the keyhole.
JONAB0B said, VR needs more stealth games. JONAB0B said, haha.
No, Jesus. No security.
86 Themadator said, be interesting what Uber do with the VR Splinter Cell and AC games.
Yeah, I heard that we're doing that. Whether how long that's going to take, I don't know. Right, let's get
He plays the strings of my heart with that piano. I can feel the hair on my neck stand.
You and me both.
Oh, I could listen all day. He pours emotion into that instrument.
You have a way with words, Stan.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47.
Oh, okay.
A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Has he met her yet? Because he's, you know, he's been wandering around already. They're not going to notice that a bald guy's just, you know, taking his place. I talk to him? Let's see where he goes. Balls. Somewhere I can stuff your body. There's a guard there and there.
What a marriage. Splendid dynamics between the two. Loaded with conflict, unsaid fears and desires. I could just stare all day. And right in front of me, a greenhouse. Indeed.
No power, no work.
What?
She expects the family photo to be done any moment
86th
now.
theme debtor. Said,
You strike me as
looks like
independent
you're safe.
and self-sufficient.
Take them out.
Taking
Laughing
a break
face.
where the family might see you. Perhaps you're also perceptive. Tell me the first odd thing that comes to mind when you think of the last 24 hours.
Let me think.
First thing, don't think.
JONAB0B.
Well, I'm sure I left 20 quid in my locker,
mental and
but when I
start
came in this
shooting.
morning, it was only a $5.
No, not perceptive at all.
Go mental and start shooting.
86th Themadator said, he's only delaying the inevitable shootout. Doubts but
Bloody Prince from
if
High
you like
Hills.
watching Dao G play
Expensive.
badly, you can follow
So I
him on
think.
Twitter where he tweets loads of rubbish to https://twitter.com/reverseprodug. JONAB0B said, I saysed what I saysed.
If you're dressed like a Detective 47, you might as well act the detective. I suggest you go talk to the butler.
Which butler? Okay, that one. But I do have a thingy bob I could give him. The camera.
Can you just stand
So-
up, please? Hey, she's single, Rebecca, right? Maybe I should ask her out. Get to know her in a... Do you mind?
Jeez.
I need to be left alone, okay? Hey, she's single, Rebecca, right?
Okay, save.
Maybe I should ask her out.
Where's my... I thought I picked up a fuse.
Get to know her in a personal way?
You could try. Rosie told me Rebecca has a really cool saying, though. It takes a damn fine man
Where's
to
my
replace
inventory?
no man at all. So you've got your work cut out for you if you do try. Oh, sorry. No way. Oh, fuck!
Balls.
Oh my god. Lord, thank God you're here. I need help.
Hey, you. The problem here?
There's a real nasty troublemaker out there.
You calm down.
He's in the garden.
Freeze right there. Let me see your hands.
What?
Drop the gun. That's what I said.
No, man, no.
Oh, God! Help!
Good job, I saved it.
I don't want to die.
Shit!
JONAB.
Mission on Tango! Move to my position!
LOL like JONAB0B said. Fucking hell.
I lost sight of
86
suspect.
theme datter
Did anyone see him?
said.
Wait, there he is!
JONAB0B
God,
said. What did the maid do? 86 theme datter said. Welcome back, you said JB haha.
Please, I beg you!
In the garden! Engage your
JONAB0B said. This is dark.
Shit!
JONAB0B said. My man is
visual on
straight
target.
down.
Move to our throne position!
Ah! Listen, I better be man, you read me. Over. Okay, we've got a possible homicide here.
JONAB0B said.
I don't believe for a
This is
second
a yikes
Zachary
situation.
committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings
said.
yesterday.
A real Jinky's point of view.
Listen, amigo. Hey,
Here, please, get some help. Got a situation here.
86 theme datter said. Now swap outfits with the private investigator and let's see him talk his way out of this.
You're gonna
Laughing
regret
face.
it.
JONAB0B said. He called you amigo, kill him. JONAB0B. It's a mix.
Be engaged in hand-to-hand combat.
Hit people like that.
86 theme datter said. Oh Jesus JB. JONAB0B said. JONAB0B said. I want this game.
Not bad. Okay. I'll try and be stealthier this time.
JONAB0B said. LUL. JONAB0B.
It totally changes. It totally changes the game.
Bloodbath.
Maybe
Right.
I should ask her out.
That's
Get
not
to know her in a personal way.
the fuse.
You
Was
could try.
fuse was over
Rosie
here,
told
wasn't
me
it?
Rebecca has a really cool
JONAB0B
It takes a
said.
damn fine man
This is
to
making me
replace
want
no
to
man
whip
at
out my
all.
VR headset I haven't touched in weeks. 86 theme datter
Sorry, I didn't mean to imply
said.
that you're not fine.
Can't
You're
believe the
definitely
pie was a
fine.
serial
I mean,
killer.
I don't fancy you or anything. You're not my type at all. Right,
I don't know if that did anything or it was meant to do anything.
How you been?
Good, thanks.
86 theme datter said. What headset have you JB?
I think he's got a rift.
JONAB0B said. Oculus Rift. JONAB0B said. The first proper one.
Yeah,
86 theme datter said. Same.
Looking
yeah,
good,
the CB1.
man. Looking good.
Stop pacing.
how much is it now? Because it's they've stopped selling it now, eh?
JONAB0B said. It's quality.
Mr. Patrick.
Can I do anything
JONAB0B
for you?
Yes, actually...
Mine cost
Mr.
me
Fernsby,
about 310
I'm ready to
pounds.
see the crime scene.
Very well, Mr. Whitmer. If you'll follow me, sir.
This is now turning into a whodunit. So I'm going to squeeze his
I
bum.
feel obliged to point out
JONAB0B
that current affairs surrounding
said,
Madame Carlyle
I
are
wish
of a
you could
delicate
speak into
nature.
your headset to communicate.
You may be familiar with the recent
JONAB0B
announcement of her death.
said,
You will probably learn
and
that the
tell
staged
everyone your
funeral
name
is
is
scheduled to take place tomorrow. Adam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I
JONAB0B
leave.
said,
Before you inspect the crime scene,
welcome in
I will
MR
tell you
Hitman.
this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary.
Welcome, Mr. Hitman.
Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning.
86 Themadator.
The door was locked from the inside,
Just
and a
whispered
suicide
in your ear
letter
before
was found
tightening
in
the
his
piano
room.
string.
However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life.
JONAB0B
I've prepared some information
said,
for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
JONAB0B said,
A
"No,
locked
that's
room
when you
murder,
bust
Mystery
out. It's
47.
actually Mr.
I trust
Hibbs."
you'll get to the bottom of this.
JONAB0B said,
Why don't
"As
you
the
use
light
your
goes
camera
out
to
in their
scan the
eyes."
dead body, 47?
86 Themadator said, ha 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 ha. JONAB0B said, as asterisk.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows
Dead body of Zachary Carlyle. Next suggests he was killed by a rare short-lived plant poison around 10 p.m. last night.
time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Themadator said, "This makes me want to start the beginning of this trilogy and work my way through."
I should really have started it on what's the word? Oh, cigars. Started on should have started on episode 1, but for whatever reason, I think there was issues, so.
JONAB0B said, "Well, JONAB0B said, if you've got them all, you can play all of them on the Hitman 3 engine, right?"
Yeah. I've got them all on PlayStation, so I'll let you pick them all up.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night.
Lovely.
Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Themadator said, "I just have the first Hitman because it was free on Epic a while back."
It was free on.
Zachary's suicide note. Also,
JONAB0B said. I think I have the first. JONAB0B said. First woe asterisk.
Haunted by horrible past choices, their consuming consequences. Alexa was the raft keeping me afloat. Without her, I can't go on. Goodbye, signed Zachary.
A sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
JONAB0B said. It's weird to be that attached to Amazon's Alexa trademark.
Yeah. I want to pick that up. Ooh.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Hitman Blood Money is still the best one, Imo.
Oh, it's got
a photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Work done. JONAB0B said. Day of rest be damned.
Thanks very much for coming by, John and Bob.
Said. Have a good day, Amix's X.
Need to get a game with you at some point.
'86 Themadator said. CYAJB, laughing face.
Yeah, I got Hitman 1 and it was free on PlayStation Plus, and I got Hitman 2 because I knew I was getting this and they said it was VR, so I got it in the sale. I only played it, was it 12 quid for it? Who's this?
Sir?
So I need to go and see the... Save all this. There's the stairs to the back down.
American lawyer in the small office. Did you check his travel documents?
I vetted him thoroughly. He's good.
I am working very hard to figure everything out. I need you to back off and trust that I'm in control. I have contingency planned and will make sure that you get information, useful, factual information when I have it. But for now, I need time to focus.
Business as usual then. You are cold, Mother. And alone. By choice.
That is Alexa Carlyle, unofficial leader of the Provenance Partners,
Alexa
and last
Carlyle.
one to be alive.
You need to explain yourself. I demand that you return my call ASAP. Sending a junior attorney is
86
gross negligence of
Debtor.
your responsibilities,
Said.
and will have
60 euros on
consequences
Epic
for
for
your
Hitman 3.
company and
You get
you
Hitman 1 for free
personally
with
as
it.
well.
And the
I
Hitman
will
2
make
expansions
sure
is on
of
sale for 8
Mark
euros.
my words.
That's a good price. Where the hell's the guy I'm supposed to be meeting? Oh, he's over there. You thinking of getting it?
You're such a gentleman.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the
86
material that I
Debtor.
prepared for you.
Said.
It's a list of the possible
I think I'll
suspects
start
and
with
their
one.
quarters.
By the
Hopefully
time I
that
get
will
to
help
3,
you
it
keep
will
track
prob
of
be
your
on
findings.
sale.
Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Okay.
This is very useful information, 47.
Zachary Carlyle, younger brother, feather raised at Thornridge, dead in bed this morning, and despite suicide note, doors are locked from the inside. Alexa is convinced he was murdered. The oldest child of Alexa Carlyle, Gregory, is a suspect in the murder of Zachary Carlyle. Edward, middle child of Alexa, is a suspect. Youngest Alexa is a suspect. Emma, wife of Gregory, daughter-in-law. Patrick, son of Emma and Gregory. And Mr. Fernsby questioned. Okay, so we've got to go Zachary's room. So we'll go to Emma and Gregory's room. Rebecca's room. Okay.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis?
Said.
Or perhaps do you prefer
Have you
searching the
forgotten
manor for
you're a
clues
Hitman? Ha, ha,
first?
ha.
Yeah. I'm now Sherlock Holmes. Okay. I'm going to the bed. I'm going to go to the bedrooms.
Hello there, sir.
Hello.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Oh, I need a key. Okay. I never brought a picklock with me. Balls.
Listen, Gregory, something's off. Pruitt got word his motion was rejected. We all signed the bloody thing 4 days ago.
Oh, dear God, not this again.
So I got hold of the officer. He says it was finalized, but then how can it be withdrawn?
Just wait a few days. I'm sure it'll sort itself out.
Who's this?
Beautiful daughters.
Security.
Professional of me to talk about that. Hey, so...
Probably.
Oh, no,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't know what's going on there. Oh, Jesus!
This is too
Where did you come from?
And that technician with the dimples? God, I'm hopeless.
Oh, he's just picked his nose. Oh, it's a cigarette. Does that mean I can get into somebody's room by going through the window? Who's this? Oh, it's...
Damn you, Edward. Onto your bloody phone, you coward. How dare you interfere with my life like this? You're a nobody, a weasel, overreaching your competences. You are in way over your head.
You can
And
pick up a
I
pool ball.
will make you pay. You can count on that.
Can you talk to him?
Dao's bed said, if Dao Ji constantly dying in games puts a smile on your face, please hit the follow button to get a notification on which game he is dying in currently.
You look tanned. I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
This is like... This is Among Us, eh?
Rebecca Carla, can you tell me about
Which one's
yesterday
sus?
evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Okay. Which one's Edward? Oh, you can inspect Fernby's office, okay.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it?
Do you reckon
He
the butler
ratted
did
me
it?
out. Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
They're all blaming the butler. Oh. I was about to pick that up. Check it for fingerprints.
I mean, it's a pretty big thing for Mother to fake her own death. Was it a security measure?
Poison, missing poison.
Was somebody out to kill her?
Everything I hear is confidential.
So you do know what's going on?
I didn't say that.
With all this security, she obviously still feels threatened. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Maori paddle.
Phil, did you find out if the vote was notarized? How the hell did that happen? No, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day. Right, listen. You go to their office and ask for Cheryl. She's the best they've got. Tell her you want to see the records, and don't take no for an answer. And call me as soon as you've got them. Thanks, Phil. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Okay, I'm gonna ask. Jeez.
Did you talk to Mother?
In need of another drink, are we, Mother?
All these butlers around and they just leave everything.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zack? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle. But who could blame him? The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough.
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
I need to find a lockpick or something to get. So who have I not done? Edward. Edward and Emma. Yeah, it's just shit lying around everywhere. I'd be slapping the butler's arse. It's afternoon tea.
I haven't had the pleasure.
This planned up when I tried to get an explanation. Not even a...
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Don't know. Getting a vibe of not guilty for this point.
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures. Like hugs and encouragement. Just a single spontaneous caress, what a difference that would have made. Right. How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
I'm getting a headache from all the decisions. I mean, pram or stroller.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning.
Trouble with your back?
He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Why? Sorry, but, who are you hiding from?
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff.
Oh, I've confirmed an alibi, so it's the kid. Okay.
86 Themadator said, "Gonna take off for a bit. Catch you later, Dao-Ji.
Cheers, man.
Hope you find the killer. Don't forget to Hitman."
Thanks a lot. Catch you later, man. Thanks for coming by. Maybe, I don't know how long I'll...
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Here we are. I'm totally lost in this place. There was a map, wasn't there? Just save it.
Hello.
Hello. Is this Fernsby? This is not Fernsby's office.
I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But that is safe with Ethel. She never...
Think you could punch the window. Can I get in? Is this window open?
Mary is so upset, as she's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, it's all too much.
Don't...
Oi, what are you doing here? Multiple laser dots on your forehead, mister. That should tell you to give it up.
So 41 guests will attend the funeral
We will
tomorrow.
relieve Madame
There's still a lot to see
Carlyle as
to,
well,
but we're in
and
good
won't be
time, I
moving
think.
in.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now.
Nothing you can do about that.
I know I have
No,
to, but
sir.
Amy thinks she
And
might be
maybe keep
pregnant.
your feelings
I'm going to be a
about
dad.
I remember how it was with the first one.
Yes, Mr. Fernsby.
The ones that come after certainly are a lot less of a worry.
Shit.
How are things coming along outside? Will everything be ready for the funeral event tomorrow?
I would say so, Mr. Fernsby. As long as the birds don't make too much of a mess. May I add that the undertaker, Mr. Parsons, is not happy about putting on a pretend funeral. He's worried about his reputation if it gets out.
Yes, I expected as much.
I need to stop thinking about Emma all the
I suppose
time,
we'll never
but
get
she
an
just
explanation.
makes me so angry.
It's not our place to question.
Tell me. She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well, Gregory stopped, which was a surprise. He normally accepts his wife that way, without batting an eye.
car battery for? How do I get into the rooms? Unless what I said, oh, we went upstairs and there was a.
Fucked up, didn't you? Staging your own death. A major, grandiose cock-up, I'd say.
Be quiet, Gregory.
It shows you're only human, after all. I never would have guessed.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Just gonna pause it for a sec.